Hi guys, we've got another Wulfen video here. This will be the second to the last part. Possibly go over some of the missions. So yeah, we'll go into this one. It's Sons of Russ. So I'll not go over this table here. It's pretty much straightforward, like before from the Demons one. You just have to have at least one core choice, at least one auxiliary choice, and then you can include up to 5 command choices or auxiliary choices in any combination. What you see here is basically what I'll be going over in the data sheet. So yeah, this is not too bad up here. Vindicator. If a unit contains 3 Vindicators that can all fire their demolisher cannons, the squadron can fire one single line breaker. To do so, nominate a model in the squadron as a firer, and it takes it from a normal blast to a apocalypse blast, and it gains the ignore cover special rule, so that's quite good. Same with the whirlwinds. They get pinning and shred special rule regardless of which it fires. Land speeders can move 6-inch flat art, 6-inch more when moving flat art. And predators get monster hunter and tank hunter special rule, so that's quite good. So yeah, we get Crom. He's 150 points. He's weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, attacks 4, leadership 10, 3 up save. War gear, bolt pistol, frag and crack grenades, belt of Russ, saga of the warrior born, acute sense, no fear, counter attack, furious charge, independent character, stubborn. Crom can re-roll failed saving throws when he is within 3 inches of an objective, and he can also re-roll to wound in combat. And his range, nothing. Strength 6, AP 2, melee, mastercrafted, unwieldy, because his strength on his weapons, strength +2. And 145 points for Ulrich. Plasma pistol, Crozi's Arcanum, frag and crack, healing balms, wolf amulet, saga of the beast slayer. For his warlord trait, he's got acute sense, counter attack, fear, fearless, independent character, and any models within 6 inches of him have the preferred enemy special rule. And he's weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 3, initiative 5, attacks 3, leadership 10, 3 up save. So he's pretty much bang same as Crom, apart from he gets a less attack. And then also, if you win 12 inch in him, you get stubborn, so that's quite good. Iron Priest, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 2, initiative 4, attacks 2, leadership 9, 2 up save. His Cyberwolf is weapon skill 4, ballistic skill none, strength 4, toughness 5, wounds 1, initiative 4, attacks 3, leadership 6, 4 up save. Runic armor, bolt gun, servo arm, thunder hammer, frag and crack grenades, acute sensual, no fear, counter attack, independent character. Basically, this is where he can repair transports. He's embarked on or touching, so that's pretty much exactly the same. And he can have up to 4 cyborgs, 15 points. Replaces thunder hammer with a tempest hammer, 5 points, which that's good. And Elthros pistol, because that's what it's all about, 20 points. So yeah. Then Wulfen. I've gone over these, so but I'll briefly go over them again. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 2, strength 5, toughness 4, wounds 2, initiative 5, attack 3, leadership 8, 4 up save, leaders 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 9, 4 up. So it's just a little bit better. Acute sense, shall know no fear, bulky, counter-attack, curse of the wolf, and feel no pain and rage. Bounding lope, they can run and charge in the same turn and re-roll failed charge rolls. And if a model's killed, it can get to attack, piling and fight before it being removed from as a casualty at the end of the current initiative step, even if he's fought. So he gets to attack back even if he dies. That's good. And you can have 5 more 30 points. You can give them all auto launchers for 2 points. Great Frost Axe 8 points. 2 Frost Claws 12. Thunder Hammer and Storm Shield 20. And you can upgrade to a pack leader with 2 Frost Claws 20 points. And Cadet Storm Wolf, Architect Mine and a Storm Wolf 150 points they are. I'd run them in a squad of 10. They are really, really good. And then Fire Owlers, Wolf Lord, Wolf Guard Battle Leader, 2 to 4 units of Sky Claws, Swift Claws, 2 to 4 units of Grey Hunters, Land Speeders, 0 to 1 of Long Fangs, 0 to 1 of Scouts, 0 to 2 of Lone Wolves. Formation, Wolf Lord, Wolf Guard Battle Leader or Wolf Guard must be equipped with jump packs or ride a marine bike, so they've got to have jump packs or bikes. And enemy units attempting to fire Overwatch and charging Fire Owlers units must pass a leadership test or be unable to fire it, so that's quite good. And then they get the Fearless Special Rule and Fear Special Rule. So that's quite good. And then all Fire Owlers units can re-roll failed charge rolls. And if you roll a 10 or more when determining the charge distance, you get Furious Charge Special Rule for that turn. That's quite good. And then we have the Iron Wolves, Wolf Lord, Wolf Guard Battle Leader, 0 to 1 unit of Wolf Guard Terminators, 2 to 3 units of Blood Claws, 2 to 4 units of Grey Hunters or Land Speeders, 1 to 2 units of Long Fangs, 0 to 1 of Scouts, 0 to 2 of Lone Wolves. And they all must be in dedicated transport for all troops. And then Armoured Onslaught, the Iron Wolves vehicles can move an additional 6 when moving flat out. In addition, when taking morale checks caused by tank shock from Iron Wolves vehicles, enemy units suffer a -2 penalty to their leadership characteristic. That's quite good. And then units that have disembarked or transport, even if the vehicle has moved 12 inch in the movement phase. And then Overwhelming Firepower, all weapon and war gear options are free, so that's quite good. Crom's detachment, Crom or a Wolf Guard Battle Leader, 1 to 2 of Wolf Guard Terminators, 2 to 3 of Blood Claws, 2 to 4 of Grey Hunters or Land Speeders, 1 to 2 of Long Fangs, 0 to 1 of Scouts, 0 to 2 of Lone Wolves, no restrictions, and special rules Monster Hunter and Stubborn. And then, whilst Crom is on the battlefield, the Dark Slayers models have the Furious Charge special rule. And then Glory Seekers, characters from the formation have the preferred enemy character's special rule. In addition, if the friendly unit from the formation makes successful charge, units can re-roll failed charge rolls for the rest of the phase. That's quite good. And then Death Wolves, Harold Death Wolf or a Wolf Guard Battle Leader, 0 to 1 Carnish Wolfborn, 1 to 2 units of Cavalry, 2 to 3 of Blood Claws, Sky Claws, Swift Claws, 2 to 4 of Grey Hunters, Land Speeders, 1 to 2 of Long Fangs, 1 to 2 units of Scouts, 0 to 2 of Lone Wolves, 0 to 1 unit of Fenrisian Wolves, no restrictions. Sorry, it was 1 unit of Scouts, optional. And then they get Outflank Special Rule, and they get Perilous Hunter. When making reserve rolls, make a single roll for all outflanking Death Wolf units, which you can choose to re-roll. On a successful reserve roll, all outflanking Death Wolf units arrive from reserve and have the Stealth Special Rule at the beginning of your following turn. Until the beginning of your following turn, sorry. And then Run to Ground. When making sweeping advanced rolls, Death Wolf units roll 2 dice and pick the highest. That's not bad. And Blackmanes, Ragnar Blackmane, Wolfguard Battle Leader, 1 unit of Wolfguard or Thunderwolf Cavalry or Wolfguard Terminator, 3 to 5 units of Blood Claws, Sky Claws, Swift Claws, 0 to 1 Lucas the Trickster, 4 to 6 units chosen from Grey Hunters and Land Speeders, 1 to 2 units of Long Fangs, 1 to 2 units of Scouts, 0 to 2 Lone Wolves, restrictions none. Claw of Russ. All Blackmane's unit has the option to take Drop Pod as a dedicated transport, may take 1 at no points cost, though must pay additional for upgrades. All drop pods can arrive first turn. Drop pods do not count towards the number of models that arrive in the first turn as part of the Drop Pod Assault Special Rule. And then, whilst Ragnar Blackmane is on the battlefield, units of Sky Claws, Blood Claws and Swift Claws reroll failed to hit rolls in close combat. And then Joy of Battle. Blackmane units disembark from a drop pod have the Fearless and Feel No Pain 6 up special rule until next turn. That's quite good. Champions of Fenris. Logan Grimnar, Wolfguard Battle Leader, 0 to 1 Arjak Rockfist, 2 to 3 units of Wolfguard Battle Leaders, Wolfguard Terminators, Thunderwolf Cavalry, 3 to 6 units of Blood Claws, Sky Claws and Swift Claws, 4 to 8 units of Grey Hunters, Land Speeders, 2 to 3 units of Long Fangs, 1 to 2 units of Scouts, 0 to 3 Lone Wolves, and they get Fearless Special Rule. The High King, at the start of each of your turn, choose 1 special rule from the following list: Furious Charge, Monster Hunter, Preferred Enemy, Relentless, Tank Hunter. All champions of Fenris within 12 inch of Logan Grimnar gain that special rule until the start of your next turn. And then King's Guard, the following champion of Fenris models have +1 weapon skill on the profiles of Wolfguard, Wolfguard Battle Leader, Wolfguard Terminator, Wolfguard Terminator Leader, Thunderwolf Cavalry and Thunderwolf Cavalry Pack Leader. So that's quite good. So next one is Great Pack, Wolfguard Battle Leader, Wolf Lord, 0 to 1 of the following Wolfguard, Wolfguard Terminators, Thunderwolf Cavalry, 1 to 3 units of Blood Claws, Sky Claws, Swift Claws and Sky Claws, 0 to 1 Lucas the Trickster, 3 to 5 of Grey Hunters, Land Speeders, 1 to 2 of Long Fangs, 0 to 1 of Wolf Scouts, 0 to 2 of Lone Wolves, restrictions none. Cunning of the Wolf, before deployment roll a d6 on each unit in the Great Pack, adding 2 to the result. If the unit's battlefield role is troop and is being joined by an independent character from this formation, before rolling, inform your opponent which independent character, if any, will start the game joined which troop units. On a 6+, that unit has the outflank special rule. In addition, if the Great Pack is led by a Wolf Lord at the start of each of your turns after the first, You may select one unit from the formation that is in reserve. The unit automatically passes reserve roll and arrives this turn. No dice roll necessary. Jarl of Russ. If this formation is the primary detachment or part of your primary detachment, you can reroll the result when doing your Warlord trait, so that's quite good. And then Wulfen Murder Pack, 2 to 5 units of Wulfen, restrictions none. Infectious Furiosity, add 1 to any rolls on the hunt table or kill table for each unit from the Wulfen Murder Pack. If the result is a total of a 7 or more, you consult this table below, so this is quite good. So it gives you an extra one on your table. So it gives you, if it's a 7 or more, for your hunt 1, you get Alpha Hunters, and its affected units can immediately make a free move as if they were in the movement phase. And on the kill table, Frenzied Murder, basically this gives you models affected units. You get an extra attack characteristic, so that's quite good. So that's an extra little buff for your Wulfen, even though they might not need it because they're quite strong anyway, so that's quite good. So then you get your Spear of Russ, which is a vehicle formation. 1 to 3 units of Iron Priest, 1 to 3 units of Predators, Whirlwinds, Vindicator, 1 to 3 units of Land Raider, Land Raider Crusader, Land Raider Redeemer, no restrictions. The vehicle from the Spear of Russ of Power of Machine Spirit special rule, whilst they are in within 12 inch of Land Raiders, Land Raider Crusaders, Land Raider Redeemer. And then Lord of Iron, at the start of each shooting phase, nominate one vehicle of the Spear of Russ that is either transporting or is within 6 inch of the Iron Priest from this formation. The vehicle gains a special rule of Monster Hunter, Precision Shot, Preferred Enemy and Tank Hunter, so that's quite good. And then we've basically not got many left, but there's about 3 I think. White Storm Brotherhood, 2 to 5 Rune Priest, no restrictions. Special rule is Master of the White Storm, so you're basically manifesting on a 3 or 3 up when attempting to manifest, and it's Tempest Discipline, or you can the Living Psychic Storm. They are the storm at the start of each psychic phase. Select one model from the White Storm Brotherhood to be the Eye of the Storm. The model can attempt to manifest the Living Storm psychic power below. Increase the attacks rolled by d6 for each Rune Priest in the White Storm Brotherhood on the battlefield, and it's a 24 inch range, strength 7, no AP, assault 2d6, shock. For each to hit roll of 6 made with the Living Storm, the target suffers an additional 2 hits unless those 2 hit rolls were snapshots, so that's quite good. And then we've got Ancients of the Fang, 1 Iron Priest, 2 to 5 Dreadnoughts, no restrictions. All Dreadnoughts from the Ancients of the Fang must be fielded as a single vehicle squadron. However, whilst this formation includes 3 or more Dreadnoughts, you can reroll fail to hit rolls in close combat. Blessing of the Iron Wolf, Dreadnoughts from the Ancients of the Fang have the It Will Not Die special rule, whilst they are 6 inch of an Iron Priest. Saga that walks, friendly units with the Space Wolves faction within 6 inch of Dreadnoughts from this Ancients of the Fang have the Stubborn special rule. And then Heralds of the Great Wolf, 1 Wolf Priest, 1 Rune Priest, 1 Iron Priest, no restrictions. Brotherhood of Priests, the Heralds of the Great Wolf must be deployed as a single unit. In addition, all models in the formation lose the independent character special rule, but gain the following special rules benefits whilst the relevant model from the formation is still alive. Wolf Priest, It Will Not Die. Rune Priest, target the Heralds of the Great Wolf in the shooting phase must subtract from their ballistic skill characteristic. Iron Priest, ignore the first failed saving throw made by the Herald of the Great Wolf each phase. And then Sage Council, any army that includes Heralds of the Great Wolf can re-roll dice when determining who deploys first. Add 1 to the dice roll when attempting to seize the initiative, so that's quite good. And then we have last one, Fenrisian Wolves, 2 to 5 Fenrisian Wolves, no restrictions. They get Monster Hunter and Outflank. And if you wish, all of the units of the Wolf King can be deployed in a single unit known as the Alpha Pack. Add 1 to the attack characteristics of the Fenrisian Wolf and Cyber Wolf models in the Alpha Pack whilst there are 20 or more models in the unit. Call, and then also Call of the Wolves. If the Wolf King units within 12 inch of either the left or the right table edge, when a friendly outflanking Space Wolf unit arrives from reserve, you can choose for them to arrive from the table edge instead of rolling to see which table edge they arrive from. So that's quite good. So it's going to give you more movement on your units and get them in there. So when they're coming in from reserve. So that's quite good. Only other thing is the table. I've gone over this in a previous video. And the weapons, I went over them in a previous video, but we'll do a little one here. So on the hunt table, 1 to 3, affected units have the Hammer of Wrath special rule and can re-roll failed charge rolls. And Bestial Swiftness, 4 to 5, add 3 inch to the maximum move distance of all models in the affected unit when they move in the movement phase, when they run, and when they make charges. And then Reckless Ferocity on a 6. Models in the affected unit have the Furious Charge special rule and gain D3 bonus attacks for charging instead of 1, unless they've already have the Rage special rule. So that's really, really good. And then when you're in combat on kill table, 1 to 3 is add 1 to the initiative characteristics of your models. 4 to 5, models affected units can reroll failed to wound rolls in close combat. And then 6, models in the affected unit are slain in the fight subphase, can at the end of the current initiative step pile in and fight before being removed as casualties. Affected models can do so even if they already fought in the subphase. So basically you can give this art to other units around you. So you roll on the table and you can give all these different ones to different units. So the one is if the kill one is if they're in combat, and the other one is if they're not in combat, and you can basically give that to models in your detachments. So yeah, quite good. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this little Space Wolf series. Sorry it took so long to get it up online, but I've had a bit of real life kicking in, so I've been spending a lot of time with my son. So last but not least, I'll go over the weapons. Ranged weapons, it's Elfrost pistol and it's 12 inch range, strength 8, AP1 pistol Elfrost. Basically, when model suffers 1 or more unsaved wounds from this weapon, it must pass a separate strength test. If it doesn't, it's removed from play. And then special issue war gear, you've got Stormfrag Auto Launcher, and it's 12 inch range, strength 4, AP 5, assault D3. Models in the unit include 1 or more models equipped with a Stormfrag Auto Launcher, do not suffer any penalty to their initiative or charging enemies through difficult terrain, but fight at the normal initiative in the combat phase, so that's quite good. And then melee weapons, you've got Great Frost Axe, so it's no range, strength +3, AP 2, melee, Reaping Swing 2-handed, and Reaping Swing, on a turn which the model equipped with this weapon charges, it strikes at normal initiative ordering ensuing combat in any subsequent rounds of combat. The wielder strikes at initiative step 1, so that's not bad. And then Frostclaw, you've got no range, strength +1, AP2, melee, shred, specialist weapon. And then Tempest Hammer is no range, strength ×2, AP2, melee, concussive, L-Frost, specialist weapon, unwieldy. And that's also the same. Any unsaved wounds caused by this weapon, the unit must pass a separate strength test for each wound it suffered or being removed from play. So yeah, they're quite good weapons. I have gone over them in a previous video about them. But yeah, that's pretty much it in the Space Wolf book for those guys. The demons have been done as well. So the next book we'll be going over is the mission book. So basically, we've got this book here, Echoes of War. So we'll be going over all these missions in the next video, guys. I'll try and get it up as quick as I can, but I've been a bit busy of late. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the Space Wolf rundowns. Comments below. Any questions, any feedback, comments welcome. So just drop them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Cheers.